Hey, what's going on? Let me talk to you for a second. It's going to be brief. You don't have to pay me any attention, but you're going to have to pay me mine. If you don't pay me any mind, it's going to cost you in the future. You don't have to pay me any attention, but you're going to have to pay some mind. Because if you don't pay some mind now, it's going to cost you in the future later. See, what I want to talk to you about is the truth. Telling the truth to yourself. Keeping it real with yourself. You see, you can lie to anybody you want to lie to. It doesn't matter. You can lie to your friends. You can lie to your mother, father, girlfriend, uncle, aunts. You can lie to any man you want to lie to. But you can't lie to the man in the mirror. See, the man in the mirror knows the truth. The man in the mirror knows and understands what it takes to get what he really wants. But you got to tell him the truth. See, they always say the truth will set you free. Well, the truth will set you in the right path. The truth may or may not set you free in some instances, but it's a great place to start. You see what I'm saying? Can you follow me? See, because only you know the truth about yourself. See, it's about having knowledge of self. Once you obtain knowledge of self, you can put yourself in the right direction. You can put yourself in the right path. No one can deviate you off that path because you have knowledge of self. You have pure understanding of self. You have told yourself the truth. You can say and do whatever you want to say, but until you reach that point where you can say to yourself, I am who I am. I do what needs to be done. And I know myself. And I have knowledge of self. And I have truth of self. Then you can carry that personal being to where it needs to go to. But until then, you'll always be going down the path of destruction because you now become what they call falsifying the truth. You see, it doesn't matter what kind of car you drive. It doesn't matter what kind of house you live in. It doesn't matter what kind of clothes you wear. Those things don't matter if you're not truthful with yourself. See, this is the topic right here. Because the reason why I'm talking about this right now is because I'm not saying having a nice car is bad or having a beautiful house is bad or having great clothes is a bad thing. I'm not saying those things. But once you begin to realize the person that you are and you begin to tell the truth to yourself, those things will come. You see what I'm saying? It's a slight little twitch. You see, look, I'm gonna teach you a game. We all play it. We all play the game. But you don't know you're playing. You don't even know you're in it sometimes. You see, the game is called life. It's called the game of life. And depending on how you play that game, it will determine where you will be in the future. Depending upon the moves you make, it will determine where you are in the future. This is called the game of life. You got to play it. Everyone has to play it. But the way you play it successfully is by starting off by telling yourself the truth about who you are, the truth about yourself, where you want to go, where you want to be, how you're going to get there. See, the truth for a man, woman, female, male, whatever gender you are, the truth is not what you know you can do, but what you realize you cannot do. That's the truth. I'm not saying you can't do whatever it is you want to do. You can do whatever it is you want to do, but realize what you're capable of doing and what you're not capable of doing is the strength. That is your strength, not what you're able to do. What you're able to do is God-given. It's all God-given. But realizing that you're unable to do something, learning how to do that thing, telling yourself that I'm unable to do it, keeping it real with yourself, continuously always reminding yourself to be truthful with yourself, That's what's going to make the difference. See, it's a small thing, but it's huge. It's a huge understanding of self. You know, it's, how can I put this? You know where you want to be. You know whether or not you're unhappy with the place you're in. You know that. I don't know that. You can always tell me you're happy. You can always walk around and smile and be happy. Once you know that, so you need to put yourself in a place of quietness, of peacefulness. So you need to put yourself in a place where no one's around you but you. You see? And then you need to start talking to yourself. And then that joy of talking to yourself is going to start coming out. It's going to start seeping out. You see, you can't be afraid of what people are going to think. See, you can't be afraid of who you're going to please or not going to please. You see, so many times in our lives, we've been living a lie. We've been living in a lie. We've been living in a matrix, so to speak. Blue pill, red pill. We've been doing it to ourselves. You see, but once you find that quiet place, understand me, right? That place where you can go to where no one's going to bother you. You can go to where you can sit down, close your eyes, and meditate and watch yourself going to where you want to be. In other words, you need to sometimes go deep inside of yourself to see where you're going, and then see yourself there, and then be pragmatic about how you're going to get there. Don't turn around and say to yourself, "Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that," and set like goals that are not tangible. That doesn't make sense. Again, it always goes back to being honest with yourself. See, it always goes back to having self-understanding. You see what I mean? People don't get to where they're at because they're lucky. Yeah, well, that guy's lucky. He got to where he was at. He's not. He wasn't lucky. He just did things differently. My man Tony Robbins said that. Tony Robbins is one of my coaches. I listen to him a lot too. He's a cool guy. Zig Ziglar's another cool guy I listen to. You got to read, man. You got to read certain books. I'm just talking to you. Again, you could pay attention to me, or you could not pay attention, but you definitely better pay some mind, because, like I said before in the beginning, it goes full circle. You don't pay it mind now, you definitely gonna have to pay the price later. Be conscious of it. Be mindful of it. In other words, be pragmatic of it. Understand who you are. Understand you're not gauged by the things that you wear, or you're not gauged by the car that you drive. You're gauged by the character. You're gauged by who you are. And that's the most important thing, I believe, in this game of life. The moves you make. Being grateful. That's also important. If you're not grateful for the things that you have, again, you're not being honest with yourself. Being careful with people is very, very important. Being careful with people and understanding who people are, and understanding, the value in a person, each individual, is also crucial in this game of life. This is life I'm talking about here. The whole thing, holistically speaking. Spiritually, mentally, physically, financially. I listen. Don't eliminate the financial aspect of it, but being truthful with yourself, being honest with yourself, learning who you are, okay? Having knowledge of self is going to direct you fully in that path. I can guarantee it. That's a guaranteed fact. This statement is a fact. This statement right here is a fact. Having knowledge of self will get you to the places where you want to be. Having knowledge of self will take you down the right path. Having knowledge of self will eliminate all your fears. That you see what I'm saying? That's deep in itself. Having knowledge of self will eliminate all your fears, man. Listen, if you want to hear some more, come check me out, man. I'll be around here later. We could chop it up. We could talk about it. We could talk about a lot of things in life. Talk about friends, family, finances. There's gonna be a lot of things you could talk about. If you want to hear some more, you want to chop it up. No edits, no this and that, no holding your tongue. Be straight up, open, raw. Just be open with it. Tell the truth about it. Keep it real. And I'll tell you. I'll be. You want to ask me a question? Ask me a question. Ask me a question. I'll answer your question for you. The best of my ability, to my ability, I'll answer the question. I'm not gonna edit nothing, bro. I have knowledge of stuff. I'm not editing nothing, man. I'm keeping it 100%. Ain't no reason for me to edit shit. Simple as that. Man, I'll talk to you later, man. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. And hey, I'll see you next time. All right? Be good.